Guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. Today we are going to discuss skuma wiki. I can't believe I don't have a video on skuma wiki. I have loads on spinach and other vegetables, but today we are going to discuss the number one wife in Kenya. Ugali is the man, skuma wiki is the wife, and so we're going to discuss how to make sure we are all prepared for the staple food of Kenya and how to grow it and make money. Yay! So welcome back to my channel. Please make sure you follow us on our socials so that you get updates on what we're doing currently. You can also comment if you have any on this video. Subscribe, and let me just start by saying Kenya is Ugali nation. And the best accompaniment is usually skuma wiki, and that means it's always in high demand all year round, especially during the dry season. So when the rains go away and there's no competing vegetables like Kenyaji vegetables, indigenous ones, the amaranth and nderema, all the other ones that grow because of rain, it means that skuma and spinach get very good ranking and people can make really good money about it. Another important thing to note is that it's a game of numbers. You can start small in your own kitchen garden, container garden, in your own house, just to cut costs for your family income. But it's about, if you want to do kilimo biashara, it's a game of numbers. So plant as many as possible. When you sell one gunia, you've got money in the bank. And the good thing is they're stress-free. They just need a little bit of management. Of course, professionalism is needed in any form of farming, but it is kind of stress-free. It's very affordable seeds. If you compare, one pack is about 200 shillings and the other pack, let's say, of tomatoes is like 10,000. Onion is 30,000. So you can see comparably very affordable. Entry method into the society. I think every farm should have skuma, even just to make sure that your workers have lunch for free. Yes. Another thing you should know about skuma wiki is that it's called collard. The muzungu, you know how spinach is not called spinach, it's called Swiss chard. Skuma wiki is called collard. It's not called skills or whatever you'll call kills. Ile tunaita skuma kalkit, that one is the one that is called kills. Yes, so know that, but at least nowadays when they're packing for local companies, they're adding that bit. Collard, yes, collard variety, and there is the added here that is skuma wiki, so that people can know. My two favorite variety is collard and giant collard and 1,000-headed kale. That one I like, and the other one for Amiran. So those three are my favorite. Then it's very important to know where to pick. So when you're tuning your mboga, don't tuna very close to the main stem. Otherwise you'll get sick and get infected, and then they'll start rotting. So give it like an inch or two away, and that's where you cut when you're harvesting. Sawa? Alright. Another thing to know about skuma wiki is that when you've given them enough manure, that's all they need. But when I say enough, I mean like a lot. Like pull up a truck into your farm and make sure that they have enough nutrients. That way you don't need to go back to your pocket to look for money to buy chemical fertilizers. And I found something about leafy vegetables. They don't like a lot of pesticides. They don't like a lot of chemical manure. They won't do as well. So go natural when you're dealing with this. Pest management, very important. When you're transplanting, it takes skuma wiki. Once you buy your packet from the agrovet, you come home, you put them in a seed bed, then you cover for a week. When you put them in the seed bed, you're supposed to last in the seed bed for 4 to 6 weeks. You'll know by height. If they're as long as your hand, they're ready for transplanting. Don't transplant young seedlings, they'll die. But most importantly, make sure that you're spraying for cutworms. Cutworms attack your seedlings once you've transplanted. So immediately you transplant, drench the soil with pesticide for cutworm management. Number 2, aphids. They like just coming around your at the core of your sukuma wiki and just sucking it dry, and eventually it will stop being productive. Sukuma wikis can produce for up to 2 years, some even 3 years. Me, I just let mine go on, and before I get my new tutor coming in, I just let them continue and then I can be able to transplant once the ones in the seed beds are ready, so they can stay for a very long time. Some grow to a very long height, which means you can continue harvesting them for very long, which means money in the bank. Another thing about sukuma wiki, they are stress-free. They don't need a lot of maintenance. You know, nyanya, you have to prune, you have to funga, you have to spray weekly. Sukuma wikis, if you spray twice a month or once a month, you're still good. You're still getting your ultimate production. And of course, water. The people who irrigate are the people who are going to own us. A society that expects 60-year-olds and 70-year-olds to give them food is just not a good plan. That's not a good strategy. Young people, let's farm more and more. Let's unburden our mothers and our grandmothers for the responsibility of food security. Like, come on. Yes. Back to my point is that sukuma wikis are also very, they're very easy find market, especially if you're in the urban area, and there is high rises everywhere. People are renting units, they can't afford to farm where they are. If you have even a parking lot kind of space, weka sukuma hapo na bags, vertical gardening, bag gardening, and start selling that mula. I save around 40,000 a year from just sukuma wiki farming. Let me not even count from onions, from tomatoes, from strawberries, and from cocoas, and all the other things that I farm in my farm. Kwanza eggs, yani, because there is also that thing of you're bringing income to yourself, but also are you saving your family finances? That's something to think about. So bye, peace out. Make sure to subscribe.